We call ourselves the United States of America, one nation, under God, indivisible. But are we? Because if you travel from California to Texas, from New York to Alabama, and from Oregon to Florida, you won't feel like you traveled into another state. You'd feel like you've crossed into another country. Different laws, taxes, moral codes, political identities, and different versions of freedom. So today we ask the uncomfortable question, is America united, or are we just 50 separate experiments sharing one flag? America operates under federalism, meaning power is divided between the federal government and the states. That sounds great in theory, but in practice, it creates 50 different legal climates. In one state, recreational marijuana is legal. In another, you can go to jail for the same substance. In one state, strict gun laws. In another, constitutional carry. In one state, abortion protected. In another, heavily restricted or banned. Same constitution, completely different realities. Some states, like California, carry high income taxes, higher sales taxes, and aggressive regulation. Others, like Texas or Florida, have no state income tax at all. Same country, two completely different economic philosophies. One says, government should redistribute and provide services. The other says, keep more of your money, government stays smaller. And Americans vote with their feet. Population shifts aren't random, they reflect ideology. That's not unity, that's economic migration inside your own nation. Drive through parts of the South, church on every corner, Sunday services packed. Faith shapes politics. Then visit major coastal cities, secular governance, progressive social norms, religion largely private or culturally minimized. In some states, abstinence education. In others, comprehensive sex education. In some, traditional marriage emphasized. In others, fluid definitions of identity and family. Same flag, different moral foundations. That's not a small difference. That's worldview divergence. Politically, we're not even subtle about it. We call them red states. We call them blue states. Different voting patterns, different media ecosystems, different narratives about the same events. A Supreme Court ruling can be celebrated in one state and protested in another. A presidential speech can be seen as leadership or tyranny. We don't just disagree, we live in parallel realities. That's not polarization, that's ideological separation. Urban America and rural America don't even share the same rhythm. In one place, multi-generational farm life, community identity, local ownership. In another, high-rise apartments, corporate culture, globalized population. Some Americans grow up hunting, others grow up taking subways. Some states prioritize oil, others prioritize tech. The accents change, the food changes, the values change. So what exactly makes us united? Here's the real question. Is diversity our strength or proof of fragmentation? Because unity doesn't mean identical, but it does mean shared principles. And right now, we don't even agree on what freedom means, what equality means, what justice means, what America should be. Maybe we aren't divided because we're different. Maybe we're divided because we stopped agreeing on foundational truths. So I'll leave you with this. Are we the United States of America? Or are we 50 ideological nations held together by a federal framework? Drop your state in the comments. Tell me how it's different. Let's talk about it. Until next time, these are my thoughts.